Just what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
What a game for LeBron. 15 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Love and Varejao are up front. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Williams at the point guard position. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Smith drives in. Another shot. Misses the layup.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The Cavaliers trail by 7.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Here's Curry with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. LeBron with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Off on the layup.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Curry dishes to Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Curry. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Jefferson subbed in for Smith. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Cavaliers shoot just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And the shot is good. Jefferson's got 5 points so far.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Jefferson.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
.127 left in the third. Fires for 3. That's good. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
They get the rebound. Mozgov with the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
That's good. Williams has got 5 now.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
James. Second shot opportunity. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Jefferson.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. And since halftime, he has been a different player. Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
So both teams changing it up here. Livingston kicks to Spates, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Warriors ahead, up 6. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Thompson. And it's Spates in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Leaps for it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. The drive by Smith. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The 3, Barbosa. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here's Love for 3. Here's Varejao. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Varejão's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Cavs. Thompson misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes. stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Thank you, Doris.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Love the pass to Verejao. Here's James. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Verejao. That's foul number 2 for him. Warriors leading by 4. This one for 3. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The shot's good from Smith.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
And James throws it down hard.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
It's tipped. Curry with the steal. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
First one falls for him. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jefferson comes in for James. Poked loose. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Green with the jam.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability. What a game we've seen here for Green. He's got 13 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Love wide open. He fires. A second chance effort. And it's Smith laying it in.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds from putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing. I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Dellavedova from outside. The Warriors pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Mozgov. Curry with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Knocked loose, but they recover it. There's the triple. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Smith.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3-ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Warriors leading by 8. Thompson from long range. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's now 27 points for Klay Thompson.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.